Sorry about that. I'm limited to 10 minutes on this free program. So until I start making big bucks and can buy a nice expensive video uh, software, this is where we're stuck. So again, Phonar, not too bad. Although I don't like the fact that I went back below $20, but it's still holding that support level. If you still own it, and you love it because it's great fundamental play, well, I'd at least lighten up if it goes below this 18 and a half low here. Uh, there'll always be a time to buy it back when it sets up, starts looking a little bit better. Let's see here. Let me try to get these relative strength things going. There we go. So that's Phonar. We'll see what happens. I'd like to at least see how it stabilizes. Again, a lot of this of where things go is really going to be dependent on that market. How it opens tomorrow, and if it breaks below, then all bets are low. All bets are off, and we'll go lower here. BioL, again, this is probably one of those stocks you're willing to take to zero just because it's a $3 stock. Again, it depends on how big your position is. Not the worst thing in the world that it's holding these levels, but again, I really don't want to see it get below this 274 area. It seems like this is where it bounced the last couple times. Found support around this This was 273. It's 274. It breaks below here. It's probably going back to like, well, whatever, 2.5, which ain't the end of the world either. Potentially down. What I don't like about it too, it's breaking these moving average. Then it'll definitely moving average will be above it. So, but again, so far it's not the worst thing in the world. Utilities, they kind of got crushed today, and unfortunately my strategic positions got kind of hammered. I mean, strategically, it's still okay. I mean, it just sucks when something like this happens because some stupid bureaucrat opens their mouth and and you get to take a hit like this. But again, it's part of the game. All this constructive work it did last week, and in basically a couple hours, it was all erased. So we'll see. Did a little bit of a bounce. At the end, we'll see if this low holds up, and that would be key. I mean, the big low here is basically at these levels here around the 500 area. So we'll see. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I guess whatever Yellen said, something about raising rates or who the hell knows what, and that really killed the bond market. And of course, being all the dividend stocks are going to get crushed just because of that. All of a sudden, that premium is basically taken out of it. If higher rates are anticipated. So, but we'll see how that reacts over the next couple of days. That will really tell us what's up. Let's see here. What else I talked about? Talked about AT&T. Actually made a nice move. Broke this trend line. I'm considering for AT&T. I mean, half a point is like actually a monster move. It broke it. Bought some on Monday. Bought a bunch on Monday when it broke that trend line. I've been holding it. I still hold it. Even though it kind of today looks like shit. It went up to 33.30, and now I think it closed around 33. Kind of an ugly day, but I'll probably give it some room. Kind of looking for a bigger move. But that may not happen if the market then goes lower. I'm going to be scrambling to get the hell out of this thing, like everything else. Let's see here. Lorillard, I was talking about that. I mean, it had a bit of a up gap on Monday. So somebody upgraded it. I'm like, all right, maybe it's time to go. Bought it on Friday, but when it broke below Monday's low today, I was out of it. At least tactically, it's now it's just getting messy. So I'll probably stay away from that. Since we talked about AT&T, I'll talk about Sprint here. So Sprint still holding into that little bit of a range there. I'd like to see getting above these basically above $9 would be the key level, and then break above. Maybe we'll make another move higher. So far, nothing, but keeping that on the radar. MLM, talked about this one, I believe, the Martin Marietta. So that actually broke out pretty nice yesterday. So I was involved, but then I sold it today, actually lower than where it closed. I bought a little bit of it back. I had the algorithm running this one. Again, Janet Yellen and Fed Day nonsense. It's usually whips you out of things, even a good position sometimes. But like I said, I bought some back. We'll see how it goes the next day or two. But this has actually been a great trade since Mauricio mentioned it a couple weeks back, right around that 115 area. So, but again, I'm just in it tactically. I'm not looking at it on a strategic basis, but strategically, yeah, it's actually a very good trade. Some other things I was involved with. This one today, Skyworks Solutions. Bought it on this breakout. It kind of moved a little bit, but then it pulled back in by the end of the day. We'll see how it works tomorrow. Again, the market's going to really have a say in how this all works out. And my favorite, DDD. Actually, it looked horrible here. Kind of had a little bit of a half-ass bounce. A little bit of somewhat of an ugly day today. Not really. I mean, it's a down day, but it's still within this range now. So, I guess it's, your short-term resistance is 64.20, and then, see if it can hold above today's low, and then you have these lows right in here, which is going to be really big support. Might even be worth a shot to buy it above today's high. I actually do have a relative strength buy level right in here at 64.65. So if it can get at that level and above, it's a relative strength buy. But we'll see. I think SSYS actually has been acting a little bit better. Yeah, yesterday was actually a pretty good day. Got above this high here. So we'll see. This may be something, but again, I hate this stock intraday. It's just all over the place. It's just a mess. It's just much thinner than, say, DDD. So that's those stocks right there. Let's take a look at this one. I know
relative strength buy.
There, so it's kind of cool, holding in above that 45. I guess that's new support is 45. It's 45 cents. So other stocks I'm looking at for the rest of the week. We'll see what the S&P does. I really don't have any good shorts at this point. Again, we're in this strategic bull market. I kind of want to stay away from getting too cute with shorting the market. But let's see here, NXPI. This one just came up on my screen today. This is a biotech. If you see, it's all above all these moving averages. It's a nice low volatility day today, and actually have a relative strength buy at 59.38, really above this level here. So it looks like it's possible. If it takes that out, it could be, getting over that 60. Try to get over this $60 mark. Another stock. This is not the best setup. I really like
relative strength,
but this is one of these newer IPO type stocks. Had a big run up, got beat down here, but now it's sort of found support at these moving averages. So if it gets above yesterday's high, breaks above here, it may try to reclaim some of this this area here. Another one is www.web.com. Looks pretty good.
Relative strength buy.
Above 30.
www.
Yep, I know. Thank you. 37.29 might be a good buy. And again, if you buy these, just the way I do it, I'll buy it and I take, my